Greetings, gamers! Welcome to part number 63 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War, and in today's episode, beginning the whole shebang with a little bit of combat from the enemy phase, Chronos to be exact. This is one of my favorite chapters in the second generation, and part of that has to do with just how interesting everything is. I mean, Fee could actually die here, which would be kind of interesting. Particularly considering that, pretty decent level up. This chapter is insanely difficult at times, and if you don't know how to play it, especially the beginning of the chapter where you're surrounded by magical units that have a load of different abilities to just either bring you down to no HP, put you to sleep, or next to no HP, 1 HP, attack you at range. This whole group is actually kind of insanely oppressive. If you aren't careful, you will be defeated. Well, we've no need to make haste here. Men, move out, but at a leisurely pace. You can go ahead and move out at a leisurely pace all you please. I like the way that the map is designed as well, because it's basically like you have to go to a certain point, then back to a certain point. So it's one of these maps where if you know how to position your units correctly, you'll have like a head start after you seize the second castle. And then after you seize the third castle is probably the hardest part of this map, just because of what enemies you're facing and so on and so forth. All right, where can I move for you? And perfect. If I'm not mistaken, I think it would be fine to put you here. Leaf is going to rescue potentially. Actually, I'm not sure that that's any useful at all. But yeah, the second castle the third castle is actually insanely difficult because of the enemies you have to face, with certain status staves as well as very powerful, mighty holy weapon wielders. And then the hardest boss in this game is the final castle of this chapter, which is kind of funny because it's not even the last chapter of the game, I would say. But it's still the hardest. He's still the hardest boss, which is kind of interesting. The only person who was damaged here was Fee. So as long as I'm capable of healing her up, which I should be able to, maybe from here even? No, I'm probably gonna have to go right here. All right. So, I think Lana's level 16 right now. I have to deal with all of these units over here. That's the plan. I am also going to be dancing with several over here. Potentially Johan. Actually, probably not you. Alright, Dermot, let's see what you can do. And an immediate crit. Oh, unfortunate. He didn't get anything like an adept. Typically he does, so that's kind of a little bit interesting. Alright, here you go. Where the heck? Okay, did I already move Arthur? Yes, I did. I'm going to go right here and fortify. So this fortify from Carepray is not going to give much. I mean, it's really not even important for experience points, but at least it's going to heal up my units a little bit, allowing said units to not really have to worry about immediate healing. Lester can move right here. And then what I want to do, and this is going to seem a little bit strange, but I want to rescue Lana. Alright. Johan, I think you are a perfect candidate for this. In fact, you're doing exactly enough damage to KO him without a crit, but thankfully I got a crit anyhow. Just make things easier and quicker. Strength. One of the only stats he really needs. Really, honestly, Johan only needs HP and strength. Skill would be nice too, but he has such a low skill growth that it's not likely. Alright, dance for you, 4. And time to get a move on. You will be gone. Yeah, Fee is basically fully healed, which is nice. The rest of my units, Arthur and friends, have to move out. I halfway... Alright, so how much damage am I doing to the Loptrian here? 67. I'm actually one-shotting, which is very cool. I'm going to do just that. And Altena crits. Flying both Fee and Altena out as fast as possible is just a good idea. It's actually kind of a shame. Falcon Knights are so much worse in this game than Dragon Masters, for just the simple fact that Falcon Knights don't get a single point of movement upon promotion. Sure, staves are good, but is it really that good? Fee is still a great unit. I still enjoy her, but that 1 point of movement really does hurt, because flyers don't get movement bonuses in this particular game on roads or any such terrain. Alright, the rest of my units just have to move out. Honestly, this is going to be kind of a bit of a slog at first, because since I basically always deal with the entirety of the Loptrians at my front door within 2 turns, because if you don't, you're just going to have a very serious issue. There's ways to position yourself as well to deal with almost all of them in the first turn, but it's a little bit difficult, and also I don't really care. It didn't really matter whether I got rid of all of them in 1 turn or not, but I basically deal with them all in 2 turns. So then I have kind of like a slog going all the way to Kronos Castle and then the following castle. Most of my units don't join to at the castle following. What's interesting is, like I said before, I'm going to be getting a magic ring, and that is definitely going to Arthur. Arthur is the only unit that I have that actually needs something like a magic ring. Alright. Rescue. And I shall bring you with me. So I'm only doing this with Lana to make sure that she is capable of actually... Physic... Of course, I could heal up Dermot. Make sure she's actually useful for the 3rd castle, because unless I move her out as fast as possible, she's not going to be. She has to get to this rampart here. And let alone the fact that I have quite a bit to do over here. So Lana would actually really love or enjoy some of the experience points from these folks. I'm almost tempted to do that too. I don't think Fee or Altena really need this experience points. Lana could definitely use it. The only unfortunate thing is that even if she were to get all 6 of them, I don't think that she's going to have good enough statistics to put to sleep or silence the Laptrians that I need to. I'm hoping, I would be able to, but I just don't know for an absolute fact. I'm going to have to maybe bank on it a little bit. So I think I'm going to be able to set up a decent dance here. I don't think it's going to be insane, but it'll be decent. I'm just not sure what I should do about the situation with Lana and getting that experience points, because I can get her over to the rampart using the rescue staff, so I don't even have to I don't have to necessarily walk her to that point. It's a little bit of a tough one. Aries. All right, so I'm not going to have a really good dance. It's only going to be a couple of units here. It doesn't matter though, even if it is only a couple of units, and the reason why that is because I'm actually going to be able to use the rescue staff yet again. It will seem like I'm spamming it, but the rescue staff is best spammed for whatever cases you need, because you can repair it. That is the wonderful thing about it. So I'm going to dance with you two. And rescue. Okay, I'm a little bit too far. Perfect. I believe the rescue order is up first, so she'll always go to the uppermost space above Leaf, which is pretty good. Alright, you can sit right there. Fee and Altena can keep on moving out. Patty can move as well. I actually think Careprey is going to be virtually useless for the rest of this chapter because he's too far behind. He's not catching up, so I'm just going to send him back to the castle. He performed his duty, healing me at the start, and that's pretty much what he's going to do next chapter as well. Healing me at the start of the movements out of the castle. This unit here is not at all threatening to certain of your units. I would say let Seliph just blast through these people. The thing is that they're very diverse. There's bow units as well as magic units, lance, and axe units. So what I find is the best to use against them is Arthur. Honestly, Arthur is just the bee's knees against pretty much all of them. Now, I'm not going to use only Arthur for him. What I intend on doing is actually making it so that I'm just within the position so that my one-range units, like Seliph, could deal with some of the axe and lance units, but that Arthur can deal with the rest. All right, perfect. Now, who do I give this KO to? I think it's just going to have to be Seliph, right? Besiege. It's you. You are Seliph.
Gah, if not for you, bloomin' Ishtar would still be. You will not escape me.
Unfortunately, lady, I think I'm going to escape you just fine. Ooh, she adepted. Was that an adept? That's insanely strange, to say the absolute least. How much speed does this woman have? Okay, so she's got 29 minus 12. She has 17 speed. Ah, I see. So Selith has 17 speed as well. She must have procced Adept. I mean, they have the same exact speed. How did she hit twice? I'm very lost. Very lost. Attack. Brave Bow. Not exactly a reasonable chance to hit here. Besiege. None of my units have what seems like a reasonable chance to hit. How about Arthur? Forsetti. I mean, it's okay, not great.
Gah, this can't be happening. I can't stay here. I must retreat.
Goodbye, Hilda. Bolganone attained. So it really doesn't matter who I obtained that with. I don't think you have a unit in your party, at least in my party, that can possibly use this. I'm going to be selling it, of course, and repairing the Forsetti as soon as possible. All right. Dance for you three. Perfect. Equip the Forsetti. Dermot can sit right here. I think he'll be fine there. And Lester can get prepared for the upcoming fight. I think only Seliph needs to be healed. And luckily I have a recover staff. Leaf is ready for any situation like that. Ares can get ready for more combat as well. I think I am going to give the experience points here to Lana. I'm probably going to give the village to her as well, honestly. Fee and Altena are actually just going to fly up and prepare for the ability to cross the mountains soon, as soon as possible at least. And Patty. Alright, Nana. You can keep on moving out. You are way too far behind. Patty is actually going to get this village. And Johan should be more than a match for these yahoos. Perfect. How many KOs is that? It's 65. Definitely getting there. Unfortunately, Finn, in all of his usefulness, is going to end up being a guard for a castle or something. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with him, honestly. Because the problem with him is that he's not all that useful at this moment. Any luck finding the children, Lewin?
Nope, no luck. Looks like they've already been sent to Miletus. Let's move. There's no time to lose while they're still in danger. But it looks like
we'll need to capture Rados as well, if we're going to get the gates to Miletus open. Understood. Castle Rados is our next challenge then. Kronos is seized. And I think that's pretty much it, so I'm going to go ahead and end. Rados phase. 10, 30. Alright, so Arthur should be able to take out quite a few of these guys. Get them out of my way, which is nice. Let alone the fact that he also is going to use that wonderful, absolutely wonderful Forcetti to blast through all the opponents and get some more KOs. Dermot loves this as well because the more KOs he has, the better he is also. Perfect, perfect. Another one fighting Dermot. And each and every KO you get with a crit weapon just gives you more crit, and it just turns out making your weapons pretty insane. It's a snowball effect. A lot of this game kind of is the snowball effect. If you can get through an arena, you can pretty much get through all the rest of the arenas in the game. And if you can get through all of the arenas, then you have all the experience of getting through the arenas, and it just stacks, and it continues to stack. It's the same way with the kill counter on weapons. Alrighted, level up. Magic? No magic. Like I said before, he doesn't need it anymore, but it would be nice if he were to receive just even a little bit more. Even if it was just a point or two, it would just increase his capabilities more, because he has 18 magic right now, considering his +5. Alright, I have weapon triangle advantage against you, buddy. It's funny, because if I was using the wind sword, I actually would have weapon triangle advantage against these guys also anyhow, but the light brand is just better. Just a better weapon. Perfect. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Arthur is way beyond max on gold right now. So what I will do is that when I get the chance, I'm going to repair the Forcetti. He'll be minus a bunch of gold, and then I'm going to sell the Volcanon. Perfect. More of Riddell's group is perishing. Just how it ought to be. Ah, I see. You're making your way to the village. You won't make it too close, though, because I have plans for you, oh bandit. Alright, Salaf's phase. It really doesn't matter that the Brave Sword is missing 5 uses, but just in case. Perfect. And Ares can finally join the fun. He actually hasn't been doing pretty much of anything of note this particular chapter, which is whatever, right? Not all of your units have to constantly be useful. Ares is, however, not going to be joining me for Rados Castle. Alright. And Lester, I think Lester should be a good candidate for taking out you. Until he misses, that is. Luckily, he got a crit, so it doesn't even particularly matter. Perfect, perfect. These guys are no match for my team.
Thank you, rebels. It's been far too long since I've seen an honest battle.
All right, Riddle. What can you do against Arthur? Literally nothing.
So this is how God's will my fate.
Destroyed. Utterly. Okay. I'm gonna dance for you 4 yet again. And rescue. Just a little bit out of reach, unfortunately. I have to go back 1. Ah, back 2. Rescue Seliph. So Seliph just gained 10 points of movement. Plus he's going to have the road, and he has his full movement as well. Equip the javelin, just in case the enemies do decide to attack me. I think Dermot doesn't need the gold, that's for sure. Another village that I'm going to be giving over to Patty, I think. Perfect. Another defeat at the hands of my enemies. I said that entirely wrong, but it's okay. Alright, Finn, enjoy. I actually think that's kind of a bit silly for me to put Finn on the castle. Nobody's going to come for the castle fights, so I think I'm going to reset on that. Alright, so this is a little bit better. I realized, like, there's absolutely no reason to defend the castles in this chapter, because there's no enemies going to go for the castles.
Thank you for rescuing me. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Lana needs the experience points, probably more than the rest of my units, just because this could end up helping her. The problem is if she doesn't get any magic, it's likely not going to help her at all. Alright. And again, just Fee and Altena. And I think Dermot's the last unit to move. Light Brand. I'm actually doing 30 times 2 with my magical damage, which means that I don't even need to crit in order to KO this pirate who has 62 whopping health. Or 60, he had 60. I think it's probably for the best to set up some of my, maybe I'll still bring Dermot down here, but I need to set up the rampart as soon as possible. And I'm pretty well doing that at this moment. I think I'm on schedule to make sure that the enemies are going to be very well dealt with.
Behold, in your final moments, you will cower in fear of my dark sorcery.
Morrigan. 2 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 Morrigan. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to cower in fear to your dark sorcery. Seliph actually has an insanely good amount of resistance in this run that I'm playing. There's been times where I don't even get him to like 10 resistance, and that's kind of a bit abysmal because you want as much, or I should say you need as much as absolutely possible. Okay, so I can definitely dance. Brave sword. Awesome. And the rest of my units will join as well. I will probably go ahead and use another rescue here. I think I can from right here. Yes, perfect. And Dermot. The rescue actually that I just used is not really that big of a deal, I would say. Guess I'll just sit her right here. I think that's going to have to be a reset as well. Yeah, so upon further recollection of my strategy in this chapter, I realized that the rescue here isn't useful because Lean needs to stay over here regardless to help my units get over to where they need to go. Arthur can go ahead and attack you. The Forseti shall destroy you. Perfect. Don't necessarily want to just waste the rescue. Brave sword, perfect. And you shall be a finished Loptrian. Leaf didn't even need to crit you, but he is doing that quite well lately. Very nice, very nice. And so Ares can sit right here. This is why I'm having him over here to assist with this area. And Altena can move just a little bit as well. The rest of my units are not quite in position, really, for me to take advantage of seizing this early, but I think I'm going to seize this early anyhow, just because it seems like it would be relatively a decent idea. Visit.
Oh, noble crusader, we beg of you, save our children. The children, the dark priest, want to sacrifice them to their god.
Yes, I am very well aware of the evil. The evil of this disgusting world. And you are gone, you vile pirate. I hope you enjoyed the clean edge of my brave axe.
Huh? You're with the Liberators? Wow, you came for us after all.
Perfect. She did get magic in that. I halfway want to... what I kind of want to do here is I want to seize, but... maybe I wait a few turns. It's actually so early in this chapter, only turn 6, which means that I should be fine for just waiting just a little bit. Not getting a crit in 2 hits with the Brave Sword is actually kind of insane.
Your Excellency, I beg your forgiveness.
You are finished, unfortunately. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wait here for a moment.
'Tis only been lately that we've had to deal with these rites of sacrifice. Not so long ago, from what I hear, Emperor Arvis himself forbade 'em entirely. What the devil could have changed his mind? Please, I'm begging you. You've got to save our children. Here, this magic ring ought to help you out.
Yeah, the gold is useless, honestly. I'm going to just send the magic ring away. And heal up Zelif. Alright, so now I just have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do here concerning where I'm going to put my units and what I will do with them all.
Wait, you're a crusader? Really? Huh?
Rescued. Magic, very nice. This is what I was hoping for. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait a few turns. Just because it would benefit most of my units to do so. That means these guys over here can go ahead and move. Arthur actually has to stick around here, unfortunately, and so does Lean. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And potentially Oify next to you would be fine. The rest of my units need to move on up and prepare for the upcoming fight. I'm pretty sure that that's everybody who needs to be moved. All right, so unfortunately, I would love to continue on with this episode, but it is past time. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe, depending on your platform. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.